Hey there, and welcome to our second follow-up video on the concepts discussed in the Shark Week presentation. Here in this one, we will have a look at Blackbird, just a couple of the basic functions of it, helping you guys started if you just sign up for a trial for that. So we go into the chart here and select from the strategies here. You will find Blackbird in here. And then just starting from scratch with the template, I will go into the order settings and grab the signal from Bloodhound. You will find the template in here and hit OK and use the template that we created as the entry signal. And then for these confirmed signals, we can just go ahead with market entries. And we had a ATR for the test that we did in Raven. So let's just continue in that line of thinking. You need to adjust this a little bit. You remember we had 50 bars in Raven, so we will adjust that just to make sure that we have this consistent. And the profit target, I think, was 3. So we'll make that adjustment as well. Like so. And so basically this is now set up the way that we tested it in Raven. Of course, with Blackbird, you have more flexibility available for you. We'll create a 2-lot order set here. So this way we can demonstrate some of the features on the trade management. For example, we can set this first target to a 1 risk reward ratio, and then you can pull in the stop for the second contract in a trailing action by simply saying here, okay, so if we have a profit target which is at ATR 1.5, then we will move the order to entry price. So this is then at break even when this profit target is hit. So many of you will be familiar with ATM strategies. So this is a way to duplicate that here if you are working with that currently. You may also have a look at these money management options. You can limit the amount of trades per day. Say that you want to stop the strategy after you've had a couple of losses after one another. You can define the net max loss and profit. Also, this is a nice feature, the daily watermark. So if you hit your target for the day, either you stop or you will only allow a certain drawdown from that watermark so that you ensure that you have something at the end of the day in your account. You can also define here the risk per trade, of course. And so those are inbuilt options available to you here and quite handy. So we'll save this, put this sweet spot 2 lots, and then we can go in and perhaps we'll just add the support resistance solver here to start off with. That was what I mentioned in the webinar. So for example, this signal here would be excluded because it's too close to the high level, whereas this one, it has enough room to go up to this price level. So that's the general idea of that. And if we go in here, modify that, select the support resistance solver, key resistance, and we'll call this the session levels. Have the headwind option here, and so we'll use the indicator as support resistance, the levels that are found and defined by the opening range, the premium opening range. So here we have the pre-high and pre-low levels, and we also have the upper bands 1 and 2. That would be the 50% and the 100%. So we can also say that we want to block trades going into that area, as well as for the lower bands, band extensions, seeing that those are often profit targets. So we're likely to have a pullback after we run into those levels. So we want to have a certain amount of space ahead of us when looking at those. And I think we can set this to 1.5, seeing that that is first profit target. And so this is now set up. Let's see if this works on the example that we have up here. Of course, there's no output on this because we're in the pre-session still, so this hasn't completed. We'll have to find a different example of this. So this one would be eliminated because it's going into the pre-low level. So let's see if we add the new solver here. If that level goes away. And it does. So we've eliminated that because it is less than 1.5 times ATR on the 50 bar lookback period. It's right ahead of us here. So a low probability trade. And it's kind of too bad that we don't get in on the second opportunity that we have here. I think this is probably blocked by the time session solver. Yeah, so I've set this to stop trading 1 hour before close. And so we miss out on this one. But yeah, that's the way it is. You miss out on some, then you're saved from a couple of other bad trades. So let's just go ahead and save this. And so this is now a part of our strategy. Then let's see, we can look at a couple of other trades here. So for example, this, we get out a little bit too early here, perhaps move the profit targets out, make use of the information that's contained in the color plots here. And that is also something that we can do. I think I'll just take a quick break here, and then we'll come back into the third and final video, and I will have a look at how to manage the profit targets and stop levels, make that a little bit more in tune with the information contained in the paint bars here, and then we'll have a review of that as well. All right. Thanks for tuning in. I'll see you shortly.